right ahead, caller. Missy, how are you this evening?
Good. How are you?
Great. How can we help you?
If you've been diagnosed with kidney cancer, how long do you have to file a claim?
So that's a great question. Thank you for asking. It's going to depend on what state you're in. There's a thing called statute of limitations, and those statute of limitations change from state to state. It's 2 years here in Georgia. Some states are longer, some states are shorter. What we require for our cases is 6 months of drinking or being exposed to water that we can confirm has PFAS or one of its sister chemicals in the water. That gives us what's called a latency period. You know, you can't just drink the water and then get cancer. You have to have had the exposure for a period of time, and then that causes the cancer. So I'm very sorry to hear that you may have cancer. And what it is you've got, from that diagnosis date, a timer starts. So here in Georgia, it would be 2 years.
If Missy were to come to see you and ask, what questions would you ask of her to try to ascertain if there may be a potential case?
So that's a great question. Thank you for asking that. We have trained professionals at our law firm that will evaluate, because it may be you were exposed, you move around. A lot of Americans move around states. You don't know that the PFAS was in the water in, say, New Jersey. Well, that's where we will go back and hey, there's great, really high PFAS numbers here, and we can pick a state based on where we believe you were exposed to. So call the number, talk to one of the professionals, because that's one of the things we're going to ask you is where you lived, who were the water providers, and then we can go through our database that we've collected over the 20 years we've been doing this at Levin, Papantonio, and Rafferty, and find where we believe you were exposed to these high levels of PFAS.
All right, one last quick question. If they've been exposed and they have these cancers, how do you know that it's related to the PFAS? How much more likely are you to get a cancer if you've been exposed to these chemicals?
So we like to say it's a doubling of the risk. So that's this huge scientific significance, that doubling. And we see people who have no histories of these cancers in their family. PFAS is the cause.
Good. All
And
right.
so there's 50% more likely to develop one of these cancers if they've been exposed?
Correct. And we're looking for numbers above that of the average American. Because this, what you heard the gentleman say earlier, bioaccumulates, that means it just stays in your body. Your body can't break this down either. You know, the sun can't break it down. Unfortunately, your body can't break it down. And so we will do a blood test, and we'll be able to find the amount of PFAS in your blood.
Okay.
Thanks, Kayla.